Hey YouTube, so it's a brand new month on the New Horizons island and of course the spookiest month of all, with Halloween just around the corner. However, the Halloween event itself requires you to put a bit of work in beforehand. Luckily, from today it's entirely possible to start your preparation so you're ready for when the event goes live. There is of course a few things you can add to your daily routine to make sure you're fully prepared. So here are 5 things you can do to prepare for Halloween. Number 1. Candy. From October 1st, it's now possible to buy candy from the Nook Stop every day. Candy is probably the most important item for Halloween, as you're going to be trading them with villagers and Jack himself during the event. Unfortunately, candy is limited to 1 purchase per day, so you're going to want to pick up as much as you can going forward. The good news is it's 1 per resident, so other players on the island can also buy some too, which makes it easier to stockpile if you have multiple profiles. With that said, there are other ways to obtain the candy during Halloween, so don't worry too much. Number 2. Outfits. Like candy, it's now possible to find various Halloween themed costumes or outfits for sale at the Able Sisters, as well as spooky accessories from Kick's pop-up shop. Typically from October 1st, the Able Sisters will stock various clothing items randomly, including the flashy animal costume, the mage's robes, and the raggedy outfit, amongst other things like tights, hoods, hats, and horns. Furthermore, Kicks will stock some awesome accessories, including the impish wings, which is a must-have item. It's not completely mandatory, but if you are looking to join in with the rest of the island on Halloween and do a little trick-or-treating, it's recommended to stock up on outfits from the Able Sisters in advance. Number 3. Body paint. Now, if you're low on Nook Miles, you may want to spend some of October earning some and saving them, because for those new to the game or anyone who didn't play through last year, you may want to purchase some spooky tips from the Nook Stop to help with your Halloween costumes. It's possible to purchase the body paint costume tips and the Exploring New Eye Color pack by redeeming your hard-earned Nook Miles. Each pack costs 2,400 miles and includes a variety of body paint and eye color options, which will look great alongside these spooky outfits. Number 4. Pumpkins. Moving on to something a little more interesting now, it's the perfect time of the year to plant a pumpkin patch or start harvesting them if you have one already. Pumpkins are an important part of Halloween, but more so for the build up to the event. They are required to craft items from the spooky series, including the spooky standing lamp, the spooky carriage, and the spooky scarecrow, amongst many others. It's worth noting you really only need orange pumpkins though to craft the base set of spooky items, have the other colours will be needed should you wish to customize them. When growing a pumpkin, there's a 70% chance of growing an orange one and a 10% chance of it being green, yellow or white. So with this in mind, it's worth growing as many as possible in the lead up to Halloween, just in case you decide to craft a lot of items or customize them, especially if you're planning on decorating your island with a spooky Halloween theme. Now, pumpkin starts can be purchased from Leaf's pop-up shop when he visits the plaza, or from Nook's Cranny throughout October, so you shouldn't have any problems finding some. Just don't forget to water them every day to get the maximum amount of pumpkins possible. Number 5. Items and recipes. Now, the Halloween event itself can be super fun and pretty busy, so you're probably going to want to decorate your island in advance to make it as spooky as possible. The good news is Halloween items and certain DIY recipes can already be obtained. From October 1st, Nooks includes a random seasonal spotlight item from the spooky series, which means you can easily buy new spooky items without having to craft them, so you may want to consider checking in with Nook's Cranny every day to see what they have available. Furthermore, spooky DIY recipes can now be obtained from villagers when you see them crafting inside their homes. You can encounter up to 3 villagers crafting per day, with the next about 3 hours after the previous. Again, it's worth getting as many of these DIY recipes as possible in advance, not just so you can craft beforehand, but so there's less of a chance of encountering a new recipe during the event. This is because if you encounter villagers during the event who try to teach you a recipe you already know, you get pumpkins or candy instead instead, which is much better, especially as you're going to want as much candy as possible to unlock exclusive Halloween items on the night from Jack. So there we have it, that's 5 things you can do to prepare for Halloween, with a few tips and tricks thrown in for good measure. Don't forget there are 3 new items available as well compared to last year, so something for us all to look forward to. But what do you think about preparing for events like this? And are there any other things we should be doing to prepare for Halloween? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Of course, thank you so much to all the patrons and channel members for supporting this content, and until next time, have an amazing day, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.